Biotechnology. Biotechnology is a general term used to describe the modification of biological processes through human intervention. This may be done through genetic engineering, aimed at improving traits of certain organisms. They can choose and isolate a single gene for a desired trait, and transfer such gene from one organism to another. The recipient organism becomes what is called a GMO or a transgenic organism. Genetic engineering. Genetic engineering is also known as genetic modification. It is the science of identifying, isolating and altering genes. The introduction of a gene from one organism into another is called recombinant DNA technology. To isolate a gene, scientists use a technique called gene splicing. The organism bearing the recombinant DNA is referred to as genetically modified organism (GMO). Applications of genetic engineering. Scientists have explored ways of genetic modification to give desirable characteristics of food crops. Through genetic engineering, we have produced plants that are 1. Resistant to insecticides and to drought. 2. Fruits and vegetables with improved taste, texture, size and color. And 3. Grains with improved protein contents. Among the GM foods successfully produced, include the tomato to improve taste, the seedless watermelon, tomatoes and cantaloupes with modified ripening characteristics, protein-enriched potatoes, corn with enriched lysine. Corn and cotton plants with resistance to insects and other pests have been produced. Genetically engineered genes in tomatoes prevent the expression of softening enzymes, allowing them to ripen their firmness for a longer period of time. The gene coding for soil bacterium Bacillus thuringiensis have been transferred into corn, potato and cotton plants that render them insect resistant. Plants are being modified for fungal and virus resistance, for starch and oil content and resistance to freezing. Dairy cows treated to produce more milk, beef cattle with more lean meat, and pork with less fat. Application of genetic engineering, aside from the production of medicines, are also used in the development of diagnostic reagents to accurately determine the disorder of the patient. Example: HIV infection, tuberculosis, hepatitis and allergic diseases could be determined using diagnostic reagents. Bioremediation. Bioremediation refers to the use of biotechnology to solve environmental problems. Bioremediation uses natural as well as recombinant microorganisms to break down toxic and hazardous substances already present in the environment. Some microorganisms that are fast and efficient in degrading waste materials in landfills are identified. Oil bacteria are used to clean up oil spills and leaks from storage tanks. Environmental benefits and risks of GM crops. 1. GM crops can help us conserve our natural resources. For example, GM crops resistant to pests reduce the need to use pesticides, which pollute the environment. Less use of pesticides will reduce harmful effects on water quality, which results to surface water being contaminated of leaching of pesticide residues. Farmlands can again be made productive through pest-resistant GM crops. This could also result in conservation of remaining forests and habitats. 2. Significant benefits include higher crop yields, increased farm profits, and reduced farm cost and improvement in the environment. Risks of GMs. 1. The main risk is the potential of GM crops in mating or crossing with weeds, creating new weeds, resulting in weediness or invasiveness of crop plants. 2. Another risk is the positive development of insect resistance. 3. The possible impact on the target organisms of the GM crops is another risk.